Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that Eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Coming out aggressively. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Reels it in down the left side. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Using his feet. Breaks into the open. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Smith takes the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Williams will pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give is to Smith. Oh, he's got some space.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Trying to get the corner. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Lee. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll pull it down and run. Wiggles free. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Shoots it to the left. Right on target this time. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws they usually see big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
yourself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Green. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Back midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Lost to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Smith. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Turning it on. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Potter. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
First down for the offense.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Williams will pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. That's caught. It's Hernandez. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll move the tight end. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put kind of push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The throw. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try to run for it. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Leaves it with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the middle. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Williams looking for a man. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It'll be third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Sets up the screen. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Williams will pass. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll leave it with him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing that. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Back to pass, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They're going to run it to the right. Got enough for the 1st down. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. That running back, receiver, tight end, and quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Back to throw, it's Knight. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss. You get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
They boot it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Here we go. Off the play fake on 1st down. With the catch, it's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got the 1st down and more. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Quick strike complete. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Touch pass on the run. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of... Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Time to take a shot. Touchdown, Tiger! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little full.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the outside. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a gap. It's Gordon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the lone running back. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Quickly complete. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. That's reeled in. It's Lee. Oh, he's got some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything.